So we have a problem. If you didn't watch the last video, I'll kind of explain what's been going on and also some other things that I didn't even share in the last video that have happened since. First off, there's this place. It's a direct copy of my pumpkin pie shop, but this one is selling melon pies. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't, but they are selling it. This is Renee that's actually selling stuff here. Um, they are melon pies. They're just pumpkin pies that have been renamed. Apparently, he's been selling stuff, which is disappointing for sure. And other people on the server have also started making their own pies. And this is a problem because I used to have a pie monopoly. I used to be the best at pies, and I'm starting to believe that that might no longer be true. We've got this silly melon pie shop over here that's like a direct copy of mine. We've got Count over here, who this is kind of like a work in progress shop. So sorry for the holes and stuff. But if we look over here, there's apple pie, which is another pie that's being sold. Then we've got cookies, and then we've also got golden apple pies or what the I don't even know how to pronounce that one. But the golden apple pies are also being sold here, and that's just more pies to deal with. And if we head down this way, there has also been another shop that has opened up, also selling pies. It's around here down the corner. I showed off this place in my last video. It's a Niamo shop. It's a little carrot cafe, which is sold in gold and carrots in here. But if you look, there's also golden pies in here. And everyone is selling pies. And so I was like, okay, how can I become better at this whole pie thing? And I kind of stupidly shared my plans with the rest of the server that maybe I could become a pie lord, which would be better than everyone else, because I don't think anyone else is a pie lord. But, obviously to become a pie lord, you need to own, like, some land, because that's like how you get a lordship, is owning land. And usually it's like farmland. So I was like, oh, you need to own like pumpkin patches or something. And then Niamo built a bunch of pumpkin patches and now is declaring himself a pie lord. So what am I supposed to do? Make my own pumpkin patches and just do the same thing? I am not quite sure if that's the right move to go. So I am still considering exactly what I want to do to actually kind of retaliate against this whole pie war that's been going on, how I can prove that I'm the true pie master out of everyone. But in the meantime, I actually want to go check and see if my pumpkin pies are still doing good, if I'm still selling stuff. So I haven't checked my shop in a while. I've been kind of holding off so it would kind of pile up and we can just see how it's actually doing. So, okay, we've got some sales here, which is awesome. And we've also got 2 sales here. The seat of the Pie Empire holds secrets to power. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. Let's go downstairs first and also look over here to see how many of these. We also got 4 diamonds there. So we got like a whole diamond block's worth, which is really good. But what the heck is this about? Seat of the Pie Empire holds secrets to power. This is so confusing. Like, I don't really know what it's supposed to mean. I'm thinking maybe this is like a hint on how to gain some like secret pie power, but also like they misspelled pie here, and I don't know. Okay, my guess about this piece of paper is that there's a pie empire, which has to do with being a pie lord, because those things are kind of connected, right? Like empires contain lords. So maybe we need to go over by Niamo's pumpkin patch, where he's like a lordship. He's got a lordship there. Maybe there'll be something about this pie empire holding secrets to the power that I'm being hinted about, which maybe can solve our problems here. So I finally found my way over to Niamo's pumpkin patch. It was quite the journey. I got lost and had to get him to show me the right directions, but I didn't want to like let him know exactly why I'm here. Or maybe he's the one that kind of sending me on this little wild goose chase. I don't know. I still got to figure out what this all means, but let's go investigate the pumpkin patch to maybe see if there's anything around here that's like, I don't know, the seat of the Pie Empire. Where would the secrets of power be? Will this help me win the pie wars? I'm not quite sure. I mean, I don't see anything so far. Is there anything like on the pumpkin over here? I thought maybe this is like a building that you could go into, but I don't really see anything. This seems like pretty much just a pedestal. I mean, I could check in the whole pumpkin fields, but I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a like little flyover, see if there's anything suspicious. But there's so many pumpkins here. Like, checking all of this would be insane. Okay, that feels like a waste of time. Let's just see if there's anything inside the pedestal. Oh, nope. This is pretty nothing. What about like in this pumpkin? Maybe this is where the secrets to power is? No, that looks pretty empty. Okay, I'm thinking that the secrets to power isn't here. This obviously isn't what the seat of the Pie Empire was talking about. I'm not sure. There are a lot of like pie things going on the server, but like the original pie thing was my shop, right? But this is where the note came from, was from my shop. So assumably it wouldn't have me head back to the same place that I started, right? Because that wouldn't make sense. I don't know, seat of like an empire usually means like the authority place, right? Or like the central place of said empire, right? Maybe it has to do with like spawn, because that's where like all the pies are. And that's sort of like the central location of the server. So maybe it's like true spawn on Spawn Island, that like smaller island on there. Maybe that's where we need to go to find this secret power. Okay, so I've made my way back to spawn. In case you guys aren't aware, since things have changed quite a bit on here, this like smaller island within our big spawn island here is like where actually like true spawn is. I think somewhere over there. Yeah, actually spawn. There's supposed to be a town hall over here. Yeah, this feels like kind of like a seat of an empire would be somewhere around here. So maybe there's some secrets going on. I think this was just for delivering rewards for some event we had where they like came out of the fountain. So I don't think there's going to be anything down there. Unless someone rigged it up to give me the secrets, maybe. But I don't see any way to trigger it. Oh, there is something down here. Okay, I don't think there's anything down there useful. I was trying to look around, and it's just chaos, and it's hard to get around, to be honest. So there's nothing. Okay, what about this thing over here? Looks kind of interesting. I don't actually know what this is. There's nothing really here. I still feel like somewhere around here has got to be right, though, because, like, this is where all the activity happens on the server. And I feel like that's where any seat of the Empire is going to be. So I've been thinking about this paper some more, and I think it might be a niche reference to something that I did earlier this season. So, like, of course, I was gonna get what it meant eventually. Took me a little bit, but it's at I think it was in my first episode. I made like a little pumpkin throne, and I was like sitting in it at the end of the episode. I'll try to put a clip up here, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it was around this area where that little pumpkin throne was. And it was just sort of like a little fun thing that I did at the beginning. It didn't really mean anything, but it's a seat, right? And it's sort of related to the Pie Empire because it's, pumpkin related. And the only pies in the game, or the only true pies in this game, are pumpkin pies. So, of course, like a throne made of pumpkins is going to be like related to this Pie Empire. And it's the seat of it. It's literally a seat. So it must be related to that pie throne, which this was my little starter house over here. There's been a lot more going on around here since then. So it looks a lot different than in that first episode where I had like a little front yard full of like a pen of animals. And then like next to that pen was where the throne was. So I think somewhere around here in front of my build is going to be where this secret is. But I'm not sure. Is it supposed to be like in one of the buildings around here? Because it's not going to be in this this place. It's not gonna be in there. That one doesn't even have anything to do with pie. This is where I found the original clue, so it can't be in the place where the original clue was. It could be over here in Count Shop, I suppose. But this isn't even done, so I don't know why there would be something in here. So now I'm thinking maybe it has to be like underground, somewhere here out front. So maybe just like under the road. I don't know, like the secret's gonna be under here somewhere. Not really sure though. Like, how am I supposed to know if I find something? This is just stone. Some quartz. That doesn't seem normal. I guess we can go into here. Ooh. Okay. Yes, this is the throne that I was talking about. This is exactly what I meant. This is like, yeah, right in front of my front yard, where this is like where the throne was, but just now lower down. And there's this weird chamber in here. Like, has this chamber always been here? Like, how did it get here? Is someone trying to lead me on by putting this here? The power. Okay. I mean, it's pointing towards me. Is this like a metaphor? I've always had the power inside of me all along. That's all I had to realize. I doubt it. I think it's just going this way. I really should have never gotten rid of this thing. It was kind of fun. It was a little bulky though, but I don't know, it's nice. Though I guess to get whatever this power is that's going to make us win this pie war, at least that's my assumption, right? We've got to follow this compass. And do not worry, I'm going to be a good citizen and try to cover this all back up so it doesn't look like a giant mess. I won't just leave there a giant pothole in the middle of the street. Okay, I think we follow this now and see where it goes. Whoa, I think that must be it. I think we're finally here. It has been quite the journey. For you guys, it was just instant, but like, we are like 7,000 blocks away from spawn. So this is pretty far out. I didn't know this compass was gonna take me so far. They should really give you a distance on these things, because I really would have healed up my elytra a bit before I came all the way out here. But this must be it. It is a bit more spooky than I would have imagined. But I guess there is like a little pie on the front of it. So, I mean, that's a good sign, right? This must have to do with a secret power to win the pie wars. I mean, that only makes sense for why else would someone be sending me this note? Well, I guess we go inside. It's a little spooky. I mean, it's even spookier like up in person. And it's very daunting. I mean, did someone build this all the way out here? Or was this just like randomly generated out here? Whoa. This is really spooky. I don't know what these things are supposed to be, but it's interesting. Are they supposed to be anything in particular? Just random shapes. There is a nice little pie yet again, and there's this little orange like carpet thing leading up this way, so I guess we go into the next room. Into another chamber. Interesting. What do we got here? The Book of Pie. From the beginning, there have been 5 primordial gods. This seems very boring. I don't know if... Does any of this really matter? I'm more just looking how to get this power, you know? How to free the power, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Spread the sacrifice along the white outline, whatever that is. Light the 6 candles of the harbingers. Okay, and then rejoice. I'm assuming that's the part where we get the power, probably? Oh, and here's the sacrifice. And this is probably also to light the candles. So it said on the white outline, and then we are to light the 6 candles, which I'm assuming are the ones out here. Seems pretty simple enough. Okay, that was the last one. Guess we light the candles now. No, I've got this feeling like maybe I shouldn't be just randomly following all these things. But also, I do kind of want to know what this power is, you know? Like, is this going to give me the power to become the pie master over everyone else? Am I going to be able to become a pie god? Someone to rule over all the other pie people who don't know what they're doing, obviously? Because obviously I know what I'm doing, and I just need to prove it to everyone else. Well, I'm just going to go for it, and I guess we'll figure out what happens. That doesn't sound good, though. Whoa, that was intense. And that did not used to be there before. But I think I'm starting to understand now. I think I understand what this power is. I think I understand what I must do.